Donald Trump has fired Acting Attorney General Sally Yates after she refused to pass his immigration policy. Recently, Donald Trump announced that he's going to shut down immigration from the 7 leading nations in terrorism. Now, this is not a Muslim ban. That is a common misconception. If it was a Muslim ban, then there would be laws stating no Muslims are allowed to enter the country. That is not the case. Only the 7 leading nations in terrorism are on this list. Sally Yates, the former Attorney General, ordered the Justice Department to refuse the ban. Donald Trump was not having any of that, and he told her not to get hit by the door on her way out. And at the end of the day, this was a bad move on her part. She was obviously going to lose her job if she opposed the president. He is the commander-in-chief, and she's lucky that she had this job for so long. But today we learned that she was parting ways. The White House said she was released after she betrayed the Justice Department. And that is exactly what she did. By doing this, Sally Yates created a very bad taste in the Americans' mouth towards this policy, and now she made it seem as if this is truly a Muslim ban, which it is the furthest thing from. This is not a Muslim ban. I've seen Muslim people who have told me that this is a great policy, as they know the reality of their country, which is really battling terrorism right now, and it's an ugly thing. And they don't want to see this happen to the United States. Now, these 7 nations truly are really struggling with terrorism. And if the United States wants to avoid terrorism, I think this is the right call. Jeff Sessions will be the next Attorney General. However, the Democrats are giving him quite a hard time. But now he is expected to be sworn in as soon as Thursday or maybe Friday. Sessions has a very conservative mindset and will get along far better with Donald Trump. As Americans, you should try to really familiarize yourself with this ban, because it is not permanent. It is only for 3 months. It is only temporary until their country could figure out what the hell is going on, to quote Donald Trump. He is trying to figure out what is going on. He is not setting up a permanent ban for all Muslims. I know people on the left would like to think that, but they are wrong. You have to spread the truth, and the truth is not being spread right now. All you're doing right now is adding fuel to the fire if you call this a Muslim ban. Because it's not that. The Muslims have no problem with this you know what I mean? A lot of Muslim countries aren't taking in refugees for that same reason. They don't want their country to become Syria or Iraq. And these are the steps needed. This is only a temporary ban. And look, you could say, well, why it's not fair to target all these people. And yes, the vast majority of people in these 7 countries are most likely peaceful, positive people. However, it's too risky. These Islamic extremist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda have not only said they would, but promised to enter among the refugees. And if they're promising to do so, are you really not going to take them at their word? It's about safety at this point. This is not permanent. Once everything is figured out, and eventually once Trump and Putin finish off the last bits of the militant Islamic groups in Iraq and Syria, only then will things start to get better and will relations start to improve. But we need the Muslims with us in the fight against Islam. Well, I shouldn't say Islam. Islamic extremism. We need Muslims to fight radicals, because we need moderate Islam to shine and not radical Islam. And Muslims understand this more than anyone. They don't want radical Islam to dominate America. They left their country for a reason. But right now, you have to be very careful because these groups are hiding among the refugees, and it's happened already. Look at Germany. Look at what's happened in Germany and in Europe. And once that happens, once you start to build problems like that, then the far right starts to rise. And once that happens, it's all hell breaks loose at that point. Because once you have a threat in the country, then the white nationalists start to rise, and they start to gain movement. And then it's like the snowball effect, and they start to work against each other. And that's the farthest thing that America and the world needs right now. So stay positive, understand the policy, read, spread the word, and keep fighting the good fight, people. We need to unite, not divide.